This clip is sponsored by American Mobile. If you're a nurse interested in traveling, visit americanmobile.com to get started. What's the easiest way for nurses to get involved with lobbying? Is it like a local level? Is it a state level? I mean, what in your experience is the easiest way to get into this?
I think the easiest way probably is to deal more with your personal legislators, whether it's federal or state. You have your own district, and those, whether they're the ones that are representing you in Washington at the federal level or in your state capital at the state level, they are representing a small amount of people there in your district. And it's that way for a reason. Mm-hmm. That gives you more of a voice. It gives you more power, because especially when it comes to these off-year elections, when we're not talking about a presidential election, those are relatively small elections. Mm-hmm. And so one person going to them and saying, hey, I'm a registered nurse. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, in your district, and I vote. And now do I have your attention? Yeah. Let me tell you what I'm concerned about. And really, that's how I begin every conversation when I talk to one of my legislators. I respectfully, I respectfully say, I'm a registered nurse. I live in your district. I'm one of your constituents, and I'm a concerned voter. And then I just talk about what I'm concerned about. I also say I talk to my colleagues, I talk to my neighbors, I talk to my friends and my family about these issues, and they agree with me, and that just sort of says it's not just me. Yeah. I'm not just one vote. I'm me and all my people that I'm connected to, and clearly I have a mouth, and I'm not afraid to use it. Yes. And it really, they are an elected official. That's their job. They want to get reelected. And so they will listen to you. It's their job to represent the people of their district. So how else are they going to know how to represent you if you don't go and talk to them and tell them?
Absolutely. How do you figure out, I guess it's just a simple Google search to figure out who is your elected official in your district?
It is. It's there are links, right there on the websites for whether it's the federal level or the state level. It's very easy to find. You could basically just Google who is my state senator in Tennessee or whatever, or who is my representative for DC for the state of Tennessee, or whatever your state is. There's a link. You literally go to it, you type in your address, and it says, here's your congressman, here's your representative, here's your senator. Yeah. It'll have their picture. You can even look at a map. So I do that. I know exactly who mine are. I've talked to them. They know me.
Do you feel like they're pretty receptive to, talking and listening about these things, or do they have like other things that they want to focus on?
They have their own things that they have to focus on as well. They have to focus on what they can reasonably get done. It wouldn't make any sense for them to focus on some issue that they're not going to be able to get past, so, but if you have an issue that affects a lot of people, clearly this does, and not just nurses. And that's what I always say. I try to explain to them how this affects everyone. That's why I say this is a public safety issue. And I say that over and over and over again. It's not just about me. Yeah. This is about the safety of the public. And that gets their attention. It's true.
Yeah.
If you can let them see this is something that affects everyone, and they also can see this is something that affects nurses directly. Nurses are, like I said, there's 5 million nurses in the United States. There are lots of nurses, and a lot of them are married and have spouses that will back them up, and they have other family members. I mean, how many people have you talked to? It's like, oh, my daughter's a nurse. Yeah. My son is a nurse. My sister is a nurse. It's not just us. We have a lot of people supporting us. And so if you will use, take some time to do some investigation into some of these issues, and just learn how to, I've created an email template that I send out to anybody that wants to get involved. I've welcomed them to just email me, and I'll send them a template letter that basically it's a template email that says, I'm a registered nurse and I live in the state of blank, and I'm like, insert your personal story here, and then I feel like this is a public safety issue for this reason, and I really appreciate your service and representing our state, or blah blah blah. And I'll send that to anybody that wants it, and they can tweak it however they want to, and use it to send it to their own, legislators.
That's amazing. That's such a great tool to have. Just like because you want it to be. I feel like I probably would be sitting at the computer making sure that I say everything just so I that's what a great idea to create a template.